love the brass in that intro. It's so great. It's always nice to see a familiar face here in studio. So Idaho Today's own entertainment contributor and writer April Neal is back with us today to talk about what's happening in the world of entertainment, including my favorite, the return of Ted Lasso. My favorite show ever, truly.
We talked about, will it return? Is it coming back?
Yes.
And here it is.
We lamented. We lamented when they signed off. We were like,
And it was like with Phil Dunster when you were talking to him, you're like, please, you're coming back.
Seriously,
right?
yes,
He couldn't tell us at the time that he got the Rooster with Steve Carell, but that was the show he was had just signed and couldn't talk about.
But that one I'm also excited about as well, because I love both Phil Dunster and Steve Carell as well. But Jason Sudeikis, love him too. Seriously, like the whole creation of Ted Lasso, from where he was inspired to create the character and just how the whole thing came together and the themes that come into the show.
Right.
It's just this beautiful creation of entertainment for me.
It's sort of morphed more, well beyond. And for viewers watching, Ted Lasso was really born from a commercial for NBC. It was just an idea and a fun thing that they did. And then now look, we've got all these incredible characters and storylines.
Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so anyone, first of all, lay the land, April, about where we were in the last season of Ted Lasso, and then what can we expect going into this new season? I know a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit.
Ted missed his family, his son, and decided that he had gotten the Richmond team to where they needed to be and wanted to return to Kansas. Juno Temple's character, Keeley, is very enmeshed with Hannah Waddingham, who's sort of like the matriarch. She's the owner, and she went from basically wanting to sabotage the team to, of course, loving the team like a mother.
Yes.
She doesn't have children of her own, but the team is an extended family, and she and Keeley are very close. And season 3 ended with Keeley presenting her with an idea, saying, let's have a women's team. And I just love that. The cast has changed up. We're going to have some new characters, and the possibility of your favorite returning as a guest star.
Yes, that's
Mr. Tart.
Yeah, Jamie Tart, Phil Dunster, not one of the regular cast members. I was like, bah. However, we do get Roy Kent as a main cast member, which is super exciting.
I know.
But yeah, Phil might be popping up from time to time because he's busy with his other project.
Exactly.
But glad to see, though, that he'll at least be kind of woven into the thread again of the Ted Lasso story.
Right, and Roy Kent is the salt. But who's your favorite character?
Oh my gosh, that is so hard. That's unfair. That is an unfair question, April. No,
well,
there's so, like, seriously. So first of all, as a performer, I love Hannah Waddingham.
Yes.
I am such a fangirl.
We are
hers.
of like mind.
She is just a powerhouse. Like, vocally, her parents were professional singers, so she can sing through the roof. She's just gorgeous, incredibly smart, and just so talented. Jason Sudeikis, an incredible former writer. He's smart too.
Yes.
I love the fact that he was a jock at one point in his life. Seriously, I love those well-rounded people, jocks, but then also actors and artists, which blows me away. And I love the character of Roy Kent. He himself as a person is also quite exceptional. You heard how he came to the show, right?
Please tell me.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong.
Brett Goldstein?
Brett Goldstein. This is what I heard. He was actually part of the development of the show. They didn't have someone cast for Roy Kent, and in the cold reads, they would have, because the person that was supposed to be, or they were considering, he couldn't get it, and so then Brett would be like, no, more like this, and because I guess in person he's really nice.
Yeah,
that's what I hear. I don't know. I'd like to interview him. So if you want to talk, so I can know if you're really nice, Brett, let me know. But I hear, and he's actually a really cool guy, like really kind, but he was just so good at being the jerk. And they're like, well, you're gonna be Roy Kent.
Sold. Casting made easy.
Yes, exactly.
Hannah Waddingham, absolutely my favorite as well. She's just
brilliant
all around. And I'm wondering how they're going to handle the death of Anthony Head. He died this summer. That plays Rupert Mannion, and I didn't know if somehow Rupert, if there was going to still be a tension or anything between Rupert and Hannah's character.
Hannah, that's her ex-husband, for those who aren't familiar, which was a part of her real big driving force on why she was behaving and making the decisions she was in the first series.
Yeah. Rupert was the driver for all of that.
So we have to tune in. Where do we watch, April?
Apple TV. It's streaming, and let's see, today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Second episode is out there.
And I love the appointment viewing too on Apple TV. It's so brilliant because then it builds that fan base and we all get excited and there's no spoilers.
I don't like when people dump the whole season at once.
Me too.
Just, I want to have something to look forward to.
I see you, and I agree. Okay, everyone, make sure you check it out. Ted Lasso on Apple TV.